Viewers and subscribers, welcome to my channel Technical News Service. Here what we have for you in today's news headlines. Taxi protest forces classes to be dismissed early at Frome Technical. Frome Technical High had to dismiss classes early on Monday as many teachers and students were left stranded on the road after disgruntled taxi operators mounted a roadblock on a section of the Savannah-La Mar to Grange Hill Road. The cabbies are protesting the poor condition of the road. Provisional Principal Dorset Taylor told journalists that the academic and administrative staff were gravely impacted. When I heard, I contacted the police, I contacted teachers, then calls came in from teachers to say they were unable to traverse the area to come in, Taylor said. Taylor noted that the decision was made to suspend classes early as the canteen staff was absent and the tuck shop was without food. We decided to put some plans in action, however, one of the problem was that there was no cooking. So if students were here they wouldn't be able to access food, she reasoned. Those students that were here, we had to take charge of them. So our teachers have registered them. We're now sending messages to the parents that we are sending them back home because we've heard that they will go back in the day and we want our students to be safe, she added. The school's usual dismissal time is 3 p.m. The cabbies used garbage, fallen trees and old appliances to block the road. When journalists went on scene, there was a heavy police presence in the area. Westmoreland Police to get new divisional HQ. Ground is expected to be broken for the construction of the long-awaited Westmoreland Police Divisional Headquarters in this parish by the end of the year. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang said he has given instructions for the headquarters to be relocated from Great George Street in Savannah-La Mar to Landilo in the parish. However, the minister said the process was delayed by challenges with the process put in place to minimize corruption. The government agreed and finance was provided, but there has been a tedious procurement process and we won't break ground until maybe December of this year, the minister stated following a tour of the proposed site on Thursday. In February, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark told the House of Representatives that the project had been allocated $465 million in the 2023-2024 estimates of expenditure. According to Dr. Chang, the old building now on Great George Street in the town will be refurbished to accommodate the Savannah-La Mar City Police Station. On Thursday, the minister also toured the Frome and Little London stations, which are currently under construction in the parish. These projects have also had their share of delays for various reasons, but the Frome facility is now expected to be occupied by July, while November of next year is said to be the opening date for the Little London station. Ground was broken for the Little London station in April of last year, with the groundbreaking for Frome following in September of that same year. Both projects, which are funded by the National Housing Trust (NHT), are expected to cost $175 million each. Minister Chang said the stations are being monitored for completion because they are well needed. Westmoreland is a parish that has seen an increase in criminal activities, and we had to deploy more personnel. The quality of the station that existed there for many years was extremely poor and way below standards for police officers, he stated. We are investing in building an appropriate infrastructure for the police in Westmoreland and across Jamaica, he added. Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Western Moreland Wilson, Jamaica Labour Party, welcomed the work being done on the Little London station in his constituency, which had 2 murders hours within each other a few days ago. I want to say thanks for the tour by the Deputy Prime Minister and National Security Minister Dr. Chang along with the Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson, NHT, and their teams. The tour is timely, as we have seen 2 high-profile incidents, which caught national attention, in the Little London area, stated Wilson. He was referring to the gunslaying of 39-year-old Latifa Helps at her business place on Monday and the robbery of a supermarket. An elderly woman was injured in the second incident. Wilson, who is anticipating the completion of the station within the target date, said the new facility will result in better policing, better communities, and a better Jamaica. Portland fire victims get new homes. 2 families in Portland Western, whose lives were severely disrupted by fire, are now proud homeowners under the government's new social housing program NSHP. Leroy Grant of Francis Avenue in Buff Bay and Calbert Jones of Panton District in Mount Pleasant were presented with the keys to brand new 3-bedroom houses by Prime Minister Andrew Holness last Friday. Grant, a mason and father of 6, lost his house and work tools in a blaze 4 years ago. For Jones, a farmer and father of 3, securing shelter of his own comes 19 years after a fire destroyed his home and claimed the life of the mother of his children. The Prime Minister said that the NSHP is designed to assist citizens who are living under the worst circumstances. There are many Jamaicans whose conditions could be described as substandard. However, there are those whose situation is such that they really have no house, no shelter. It is such that the current circumstance of their living is extremely uncomfortable and in some cases, inhumane, he said. Therefore, the program tries to target those persons, particularly those who have lost their homes to fire or any other natural disaster, he continued, pointing out that the latest recipients are supremely qualified. Holness underscored that the selection process for beneficiaries is driven by recommendations from members of Parliament, and sometimes through collaborative effort with the religious and civic communities and other groups. As of September 8, 157 housing units, or 375 rooms, have been completed under the program, benefiting over 589 individuals across 50 constituencies. Confessed killer charged with 2 other homicides. A Montego Bay, St. James, resident who admitted to committing several murders in the parish's capital was on Saturday slapped with 2 more murder charges. Ronaldo Ricketts, 25, of Westgate Hills in Montego Bay, who was charged with the murders of 2 homeless men last Thursday, now faces additional charges for the killing of an unidentified female and 3rd male. The woman, who remains unidentified, was found with stab wounds on Jimmy Cliff Boulevard about 12:15 a.m. on July 28. Her body is a dark complexion, slim build, about 158 centimeters (5 feet 6 inches) long and has black and gray hair. The woman appears to be in her 60s. Her body was clad in a white blouse and multicolored skirt. On August 9, 20-year-old Leonardo Lewis, otherwise called Raheem, or Akeem, of Breadfruit Road, Catherine Hall, was found by residents with stab wounds about 10:55 p.m. on Church Lane. The police were summoned and he was taken to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations continue. Infant dies following vehicle collision. 3-week-old Danella Morgan, a resident of Patrick City in Kingston 20, succumbed to injuries sustained in a motor vehicle collision on the Coopers Main Road in Trelawney on Sunday, the police have confirmed. According to the Rio Bueno police, about 4:20 p.m., Morgan was traveling, with her parents in a blue Toyota Yaris motor car towards Montego Bay, when the vehicle collided with a purple Nissan motor car. The police were summoned and Morgan and her parents were taken to the hospital. The 2 persons who were in the Nissan motor car were also taken to the hospital. Morgan was pronounced dead at hospital and the other occupants of both vehicles were admitted in stable condition. Investigations are underway. Man charged after allegedly stabbing ex-girlfriend multiple times. A man has been arrested and charged after he allegedly broke into a woman's home in Morant Bay, St. Thomas and stabbed her multiple times. Charged with burglary and unlawful wounding is 48-year-old Junior Edwards, a laborer of Trinityville, in the parish. Reports from the Morant Bay police are that about 5:18 a.m. on August 29, Edwards reportedly forced open a window to gain entry to the home of the complainant. When the complainant realized that there was someone inside her home, she ran from the house. However, she was allegedly chased by Edwards, who caught her and used a knife to stab her several times. A report was made to the police and it was reportedly later confirmed that Edwards and the complainant had recently ended a romantic relationship. Following investigations, Edwards was arrested and charged after a question-and-answer session. Viewers and subscribers, thanks for watching. Remember to comment, like, share and subscribe to my channel for your latest news update. Remember, be safe and see you again.